Is Twite, a character introduced in Dido and Pa as Dido's previously unsuspected half-sister, is now living on Blackheath Edge near London with a third, older sister named Penelope, called Penny, and their cat, Figan, when they save a stranger from the wolves that are running wild in the area. Only to discover he is a relative. Is takes on the task of continuing the main search for his missing son Arun. She travels into London to consult with old friends, and there meets the King of England, Richard, who also asks her to look for his own missing son David. Is investigations lead her to the Playland Express, a secret train spiriting children away from London and north into the part of the country that has recently split off and become autonomous. Is travels with the other children, who believe they are being taken to a better life. But armed with her suspicions and a quick wit, Is makes a successful bid for freedom, whilst the other children are enslaved and taken to the coal mines. Is remains at liberty in the overground town of Blastburn. She meets with local relatives, including her uncle Roy, who is the dictator of the new country, and also other residents of the derelict town, including Dr. Lemon, whose apprentice she becomes to excuse her presence in Blastburn. Children in that area are all sent to the coalface. Through this work she discovers that most people in the area now live in an underground town called Holderness, set in a vast natural cavern. She also learns more about the coal mine and the appalling conditions here. Meanwhile, she is also learning about medicine from Dr. Lemon and occasionally experiencing something she comes to call the touch, a sort of psychic cry for help. She continues to search for the lost boys, aggravating her uncle Roy, and eventually ends up going to work in the mine herself. Here, she discovers that the king's son is dead, and that her cousin Arun Twite has escaped and suffered some sort of mental breakdown. She discovers the touch is the collective psychic voice of the enslaved children, and together with Is as a guide and leader, they begin to hone this talent into a means of communication. In this way they are able to organize a full escape when predictions of a tidal wave that will collapse the mine reaches them. After the escape, Is underground is captured and left to die in the derelict library by her uncle Roy, but with the help of her new friends escapes in time to see the Playland Express taking children back to London, and Uncle Roy killed when he runs in front of it. She is left with the ability to mentally talk to her friends all over the country, and with a new companion as Arun, who has recovered from his breakdown.